Alright guys, if you ever have to take the fenders off of your Kia Forte Koup, just don't do it. It's taken me about an hour just to figure out how to get the bottom bolt off of the fender, which is tack welded onto like right there. So basically you just got to shimmy it back and forth, get it loose. Unfortunately, I had side skirts. Those had to get taken off so I could get the ratchet underneath there. Once those are off, it's just that bolt, a bolt right here, a bolt right here, 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 and then that bracket that holds the bumper into place, because as you can see, like right now, it's just wiggling. So we'll figure out how to put that back on so we can run without the fenders. Now I got to get the wheel liner out, and then I got to do the other side, and then we'll be straight. The driver's side of the car, we just did the exact same thing on the other one, but we learned a lot from the right side. So on this side, we just took the side skirts off first, took this bolt right there off, that bolt, and then if you look under here, there's a bolt right there. Now we got to do those two screws, the bolt behind the door, and then this little section right here. So y'all can see where this bolt actually is. All right, and for the bottom bolt, it's right underneath the whole fender. It's gonna take a little bit of working in the socket to actually fit it in there, but as soon as you get it in there, you gotta break it, and then it'll finally come loose. And then there's, after you take that bracket off, which I already showed you on the other side, you're gonna have this bolt. It's a 10, it's the last bolt that we gotta take off besides the one up there. And I'll show y'all how to get to that in a second. All right, now for this side, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pull back on this. Then you're gonna expose that bolt. That's also a 10mm bolt. And then once that's, all right, so we've came into another problem. There's two zip ties that hold this harness or wire harness onto the side fender. So yeah, we gotta figure out a place to put that so that the wires aren't dangling, obviously. All right, good thing is about these little push pins right here is they actually just pop right out if you just give them a little tug. So thankfully we didn't have to cut anything. So I think for right now, it's in a good position and it's not gonna be in the way of the tire or have any problems while we're driving, so we should be good. All right, so everything's finally wrapped up. The fender liner, had to rip that apart. Actually, I cut it in half because I couldn't reach the bolts, and I really didn't want to take the wheel off because I've got to stack like 3 stacks of wood just to get the jack underneath the car. But for the zip ties, I put one right there on the main bumper support, and then it hooks around to the very back of the bracket, and then the same thing with this over there. And then the exact same thing was repeated. Same zip tie goes right there. Zip tie goes on the main, and then behind the metal brace, which is connected to the car. All right, guys, so we got the passenger side fender and we got the driver's side fender. We got the fenders right there. We got the fenders right there. Everything's finally tucked away and zip tied up. So we'll see if the bumper falls off tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this video was somewhat helpful.